This one has... The wood elf known as Finindrin has been found guilty of the following crimes.
Buy goods at fair prices.
Stealing rotten tomatoes and other refuse from stablemaster Semiraz Midden Heap. Dumping said refuse on the head of the Altmer commander Faruin during his visit to the Clanmother. And finally, knocking over the cart of a Trieste merchant while attempting to avoid capture. For all of these crimes, this one sentences him to the stocks until such time as he shows proper repentance.
The laws aren't made to be broken, as you'll soon see.
Only the finest wares here.
Here comes a likely candidate now.
Do you suppose this one has what it takes?
Contain your hopes. But let's find out.
Very well.
have a winner! And now, everything that wrinkles and writhes.
Queen's command! Kill!
gigantic welcome for you.
Love the anticipation. That was so good. Now do it again.
That's how it's done. Well played.
Watching.
Oh, there was a plenty in the vault of Umbridge. That challenger approaches. Release the defenders. That does it. This is all but over. Now it's time for my barons to return to me. Stand back. I haven't done this in quite some time. I'd hate to turn you inside out. Baron who moves like a smoking plume, I summon you. Return to me! Approach me, my Baron. Let me get a good look at you.
Guild.
You look splendid, simply splendid.
It is good to be with you again, my prince.
And you. Your assistance has been most satisfactory.
Yeah,
I
Cookie
won't
City
forget.
actually has
Or anyway, my tutor.
probably the best guild hall I want to.
Hello.
What's up, Nightmare?
How you doing? Who's got the best guild hall?
Actually, yours is very interesting, bro. I went to your house, man.
Well, it's just really been tested on the dummy, and in case you need
I
to
love what you
deconstruct,
do.
use the transstruct. Yeah, that's nothing. I have other houses that are a part of the ranking up system in the guild that are really crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I
like-
like what you did with the paintings.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around. It's all out of whack. Thank you, though.
Yeah, I could tell that it was a place strictly for,
Yes, I don't have too many items in there. Those items I'm probably gonna eventually take out. Those are just some new stuff that I got. I gotta put in other houses. I wish they let you have more than one primary residence. That would be nice. All right, so you guys are in Frostball. Oh, you want a boss right now or no?
the first one, I guess, right? Peace.
Yeah, our first couple DPSers kind of fizzled out.
I was just trying Maelstrom Arena on Vet with Oaken Soul to see if it can get me a higher score. You know, the 1 bar build thing. But it's not. I didn't do as good my first try with it as I normally did do.
Hey, Nightmare, what do you think about that new there in High Islands or whatever? I was watching a YouTube video. The guy said it's probably the best crafting gear in the game.
The one that's 8% increased crit damage and a whole bunch of crit chance.
Yeah, it gives you all the buffs that stack or whatever.
Yeah, it would produce the highest results on the target dummy out of all the sets there, pretty much. It's kind of like a Mother's Sorrow type of thing, you know?
Yeah, that's what the guy was saying.
Stackable crit damage. If you're not trying to level like fast level CP, then everybody stay on this boss's butt. If you stay really close to his butt, he's not going to jump on you. And the jump that he does, it fucking hurts. I mean really close, come close. Like right up his ass. See me? I'm like lodged in his rectum. He needs to be way up there, you know what I mean? Oh. Fuck it. So many ice veins. Come on. Gotta be rolling this stuff right now. You're not supposed to be getting that now. This guy keeps pissing this guy off like that. I've never seen him fight like that.
Finally, the vault of
I feel like that one got nastier somewhere back there.
He's not supposed to knock us down over and over like doom. You can't like break out and shit. That's not a thing.
Maybe we won't have to.
He got like the shit kicked out of him and he went to like overdrive.
I've seen far worse.
It's been
We'll
about
need to
forever and a
salvage
day
some
since
parts.
I've been in here.
It'll need a new soul gem for one. But I have something to help sniff that out.
What is that thing? A brass rat?
An acquisition from the Clockwork City. It's on to something.
You can follow it through this door. The rock approach. Take the door.
But yeah, Nightmare, the guild hall I was talking about was at Cougar City Guild. That's pretty badass guild hall.
Cougar City, huh? There's so many nice guild halls in this game.
Yeah, I only been to a couple of them, so...
There's really, I mean, like...
Dude in Hellhounds that has every single crafting table you can get.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who have that, like a lot. And they're set up for like all different from each other. It's really crazy. What you do is when you join the trading guild, they usually have one or two people that have everything and have a house set up. So I've been around a couple of different trading guilds throughout the years. So I've seen like a lot of the different versions of the all crafting table. Very cool. I like what you can do.
Wait! It's their chieftain! I might be able to arrange a truce. Maybe even a trade for the stone.
3,600, but the real cap is about 1,800 something. Because anything after that is just convenient. Because you can have all of the passes in the game, and the damage. Plus all of your slottables at around 1,800 I believe. Like that's the highest that you can even shoot for. To be the absolute highest damage on the dummy you can possibly do, you only need about 1,300 I think. Possibly less, possibly like 1,280. But then you don't have any of the defensive tests. That would just be full-on offensive. You gotta get to the outside. You're gonna get frosted. You're gonna get frosted like mini. Okay. Guess he's keeping his fucking dungeon back right now. Maybe that guy left.
Going to kill everything we come across. I came here to study goblins, not slaughter them.
If you want to run a peace offering, be our guest.
Let's just take
How long you been playing the game, Nightmare?
This could be game. It's the first launch. Well, real life's better, I just don't have that option. Live in time real.
What'd you say?
Real life's better, I just don't have that option, so, you know, live in time real. Spend a lot of time here. I'm about to make one final character, a max level character, when I decide to level him. Stamina Sorcerer. I'm gonna see if I can make him my best character. I don't have a Stamina Sorcerer yet. I got 11. I have 11 DPS and 1 tank.
Okay. I want to some up and be the same. After I see that made it a lot easier as far as your sky shards. You can port your skill lines now, right?
Yes, that helps a lot.
Yeah. So
I don't want to do major skill on anybody anymore.
Yeah.
You can even buy sky shards, so you don't have to go sky shard hunting. All the hard work is taken out except just get them to 50. And and you still have to level up the skills, like the Morph and then level 4. So all that's very easy in Alik'r Desert and then Necropolis. Very good place to level.
Yeah, when I get back to the game, I one of my friends took me to that desert, run around some shit.
Yeah, there's like 2 platforms and an underbridge, and if you do them fast, they like respawn in the perfect time. So you're just consistently getting massive experience. If there's nobody there, or you're there with one person, it's the fastest leveling in the entire game. There's only one thing that's faster than that, one little thing, and that's in Black Rose Prison. You can do the first arena, the second round, and when the final enemy is there and you kill all the other enemies, you die to the enemy that has the sword and the shield real quick, and you start that round over. So you just keep doing round 2 over and over and over again, and it actually is even more experience. However, you gotta have kind of strong people to do that in a way. Alik'r Desert is extremely easy. You can't do Black Rose Prison to level yourself by yourself, because it's too difficult to level with. You can level your champion points there with a build with all training gear, but you won't be able to get away with it with a character with like no abilities or just starting out. There's other places that you go farm too. I know there's a spot in Riften where they're like all these tigers or something, the large groups, and they kill the tigers.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I used to see them doing it a long time ago. There's another place too where there's zombies on a dock, and they kill the zombies and they pull them on the dock. But I like Alik'r Desert, I just know the trolls so well, like how to do it, without getting any of them to leash. Yeah,
what about you guys PvP at all?
Yeah, not in big groups yet, but we got a couple of people in the guild that'll do Alt-Mary Dominion or a Battleground or something.
Yes, I love Battlegrounds.
Yeah, I'm down for some of that too, once I get my stuff together.
She was infamous for the longest time.
Yeah, I get a lot of hate mail.
That's part about PvP. As I checked, I got like 200-something thousand alliance points, I think.
I got like 3 million.
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
Well, I don't use them for anything as of lately, but I've been running through them, trying to get people gear. Sometimes they need a gear set. Too expensive to buy it.
I wanted to ask you, I was looking at that deadly something gear too. You buy it at Citadel? Is that where you get it?
You could do that, or you could buy it from traders.
That's
like guild
if you don't
traders.
have the Maelstrom, that's like a good alternative to the Maelstrom.
No, well, it kind of goes with it.
Yeah, I just need to go get that Maelstrom.
Yeah, not really an alternative. Maelstrom is kind of an alone weapon. By itself, it does something special. But both the Maelstrom two-handed and the Fire Step both carry over to the front bar. So people usually don't run a 5-step on the back bar. They run 2 5s and a 3, and on the front, their 2 5s are 5-5, and on the back is 5-3. That's usually what everybody does nowadays. Just because they carry over like that to the front. Same thing with enchantments on the back too, they carry to the front. Like let's say you do a damage over time on the back and you have a weapon damage enchantment back there. It's just that weapon damage over time that keeps dropping and hitting the enemy will give you that enchantment from the back bar, even though you're not on the back bar anymore and you're on the front. That's why everybody always does weapon spell damage with infused on the back, so they can have 100% uptime on like 342 weapon spell damage. makes for smashy, smashy, funny, funny.
Yeah, once I get my shit together, you gotta walk me through all of that stuff. Get my gear right.
Yeah, well, one at a time. I could even find and get you your deadly if I know what pieces you're looking for. I'll go find it and buy it for you. You don't have to worry about like trying to get it from Citadel. The part that you'll have to take care of, though, most likely, is getting them in the right trait, which will take trans shards. And then if the character you have knows like Divine's pants, you can use that character to change the pants to Divine's, or possibly even recreate the item, depending on whether or not it costs less to do it that way.
Yeah, I noticed that that's a new feature too, right?
Yes. There's a sticker book now. So everything goes into a sticker book that you get rid of that you don't give away to somebody within 2 hours of getting it. Everything that's bind on pickup, that is. So you can.
You want to be binding that stuff as you walk along these dungeons too, so that you're adding it as you go.
Yeah, sometimes I guess the 2 hours runs out and it'll just say this has been added to your
Exactly, yes.
collection.
Or if you log off on a character, you log in the next day, you'll notice that it'll tell you it's added a whole bunch of stuff. I got like the funnest tank setup in this game too, if you ever want to play around with it. There's some stuff you'll have to get, but it's unbelievable. It actually is like an area of effect taunt tank. And it can yank all the enemies around you in on top of that.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, what was that one where if you block and they hit you, it yanks them in?
That's a different one. That one will only yank in one at a time. The one that I'm talking about, you have to use Bash, the ability in the Sword and Shield skill line, and it will pull in all the enemies with a green string, but you have to purposely bash. Don't taunt Rizek anymore these days. Just fight the ice dude. We'll take care of Rizek, and we should be able to heal ourselves through it. If you try to take the boss and the ice guy, you're probably going to die. Just leave this guy to us.
I kind of noticed a little tiny bit of a burn on that one.
Yeah, he hits really hard. Don't get hit by none of his stuff. Like you see that frontal cone? Be really careful. That all that stuff is one shot even for a tank. His heavy attacks are one shot normally. A lot of tank deaths on this guy. And watch yourself, because blue circles are bad too, the silent circles.
As soon as you said that, I fucking rolled into one. What?
Dude, they cranked this one up too. That or I'm getting rusty.
Sorry to not res you, but this particular fight is not very forgiving when trying to bring your friends back. I figured if we kill it and we don't wipe it, it'd be better.
We have your conveyors. It only took murdering every goblin in this place.
Enough, Landau.
You have your parts.
It's working. Everyone away from the door.
This is one of the most difficult
It seems
hard
that
man.
Glimmer didn't leave the
This
Wrathstone
fucking hard man
unguarded.
is
Not
ridiculous.
surprising.
Heavy stuff.
I trust you can handle it.
I haven't even tried this one. This is so annoying. Just as
Get
a,
ready.
just on regular vet.
Yeah, you have like different types of skeevers. There's 3 different types of skeevers when you do it on hard mode. And the tank and the healer grab the tank and the healer skeever. And then the 2 DPS grab the DPS skeevers. But what you have to do down there is it's freaking nuts. It's like in the beginning, you gotta all stay together. And then you end up splitting into 2 different groups after you do 2 of them with the 4 of you together. You split into groups of 2 to take care of the other 2. And it's like unbelievably hard to pick up, and it takes a long time to get to that phase, to get in there to practice it. So it kind of feels like it takes longer than other places to beat it. Because at first it's like, what the fuck are you supposed to do down there? It's weird, man. There's like enemies down there that kill your skeevers. And you have to kill the enemies, and you can like cross trap them and then pull them up with a fucking meteor from a skeever. It's so weird. So different. I think Moongrave Fane is another really tough one too, man. I haven't got that one yet. I've done, I think, almost all the others except for the new dungeons. Those are currently the hardest. Shipwright Regret and Coral Airy.
Now, I did Shipwright's Regret hard mode, but I only just got through that by the skin of my teeth.
Melt the slag? Perfect. Follow the energy flow to any active conveyors and discharge.
Yeah, I don't even understand. What are you supposed to do down here with this shit?
So you hit square in the middle to charge up your mouse. You run across a little lighted path all the way to the end, and then you hit Alt on the little reactor.
Beastman, I don't think I don't think you did it on hard mode. I think you did it on vet.
It worked.
And it's extremely hard on vet, but the hard mode is fucking ridiculous. It's so fucking unbelievable.
I didn't do this one on hard mode for sure.
No, not this.
It was
Shipwright's Regret on hard mode is ridiculously hard, like insanely hard. Not the vet though, the hard mode.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done. It's like like between Dodge and they had one character. I think they had chose to like leave all of the drowned corpses up, so the entire deck was just completely full. Just about. There's like 1 or 2 little spots you can hide. I mean, I'm trying to think of what the other mechanics were, but basically I was more or less getting carried through it.
You can't get carried through that dungeon's hard mode. You cannot. No one can do it. I'm telling you, it's probably just vet, not hard mode. You want to check if you got it? You can look at your achievements after this to see if you got it. But
yeah, I'm checking after this.
listen, yeah, trust me, I can't even do it myself with my prog 4-man prog group. I can't even do the first fucking boss, so I don't think you did the hard mode. But it is hard on vet. It is hard on vet. Just vet seems like a hard mode in that fucking dungeon. I mean, you'd also be wearing the title too. You know what I mean? That's like a really big deal title. Really big deal. Like that's a flex title right there. You walk around in Cragland with that title and nobody can say nothing to you. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is like Black Rose Prison on vet. That kind of difficult. Yeah, like it's so hard that I still don't even like know how I'm gonna pull it off. But we're supposed to be getting True Genius first from Stone Garden before we even try to do that. But I bet you the trifecta there is unbelievable. And that's not even the hardest one. They say Coral Airy is even harder than Shipwright's Regret with the hard modes and the speed run no death hard mode.
I'm not a fan of Shipwright or Coral Airy on a good game anytime.
Yeah, those are definitely, they're definitely doing a good job of making all the new stuff harder than the old stuff. And the new trial is like less DPS for the non-hard mode on vet, but more mechanic-y. So I kind of feel like they're making it where if you're good at what your job is, you can actually get it done, and you don't have to have like everyone's doing 115, 110, 100,000. Just watch out for that fire in the hallway.
No, I suppose there's just a possibility that the dudes were just screwing up the mechanic.
I've never tried to do it and not kill the dudes that throw up everywhere. Like, even on, like, just on Vet. And I never even did the final boss on hard mode, because you have to beat all of the bosses on hard mode. They all have their own version of hard mode. We can't even beat the fucking first one.
Yeah, no, that first one's definitely...
Well, I don't know why. It's not that hard. It just seems like something just goes wrong. And then once fucking one thing goes wrong, is you just chain react to everybody's death.
What's the name
It's
of the
tricky
dungeon?
because...
Shipwright's Regret. Oh, I got some fucking weird sprite errors. All my abilities were just like white for some reason.
Yeah, that's some kind of bug. It does it to everybody.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. That's new. The bug Bethesda. Try to stand on my dead body, please. I thought you resed me. Where's my res? It didn't work. Wait. Big, did you get a res from her already?
Oh, yeah, it did.
Oh, that's why it didn't work, because you can't do two people at once anymore.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I could have sworn it said on my screen that it worked. And then it didn't work, that's fine. That explains it. Okay, boss is fixed anyway. These little green spiders. Wait, make this down. Keep running. Oh, make this up. Big egg coming out. Yeah! Hell yeah. First try.
What did you need from here, Beast?
That's funny. I always say first try. We wipe 3 times.
Nice. Yeah, well, what items were you looking for?
I was up to the medium, but I got it, so I'm good.
Oh, cool.
Same-o.
You want to check your achievement and see if... Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check out of curiosity. Where do I go to achievements? And what would it be? Veterans Dungeons?
In Journal and Achievement, no. In Journal and Achievement, and then go to, I don't know what thing's called.
Yeah, man, I did that dungeon. I can't remember if,
Ascending Tide is the name of it.
Tide.
Yeah, and
what would it be? It will be in achievements. And
Yeah.
then where would I look under?
all the way down to Ascending Tide. Below Morrowind and above Deadlands. Ascending Tide, it's not alphabetical.
What section would it be, though? Of course, I got all,
There-
like, I guess, exploration, veteran dungeons.
No, it's not as... You just keep going down until you find it. Ascending Tide.
Oh, okay.
No, hell no. There's a zillion things that I need in this.
I got
Yeah.
Final Farewell and Ascending Tide Explorer.
Yeah, the hard mode, I think, gives you a title called... let me see.
Seafaring Sleuth.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. It's called Tide Turner. That would be the hard mode if you have Tide Turner. And there's other titles for those dungeons. There's more titles for those dungeons than normal. There's one for doing the hard mode. There's one for doing a trifecta. And then there's one for doing the hard mode, but not taking any of the helpful buffs in the dungeon. And both of the new dungeons actually have 3 titles for those 3 different things. But just the hard mode is Tide Turner. So if you see somebody with that title, you know he's done something really hard. I'll go in there with you, and we'll look at it and bang our heads against the wall, and I'll show you what I mean. Even though it, like, in your head, you're like, okay, nothing in the game could possibly be that hard. But when you're actually there and you see what's happening, you're like, what? Honestly, think that some of the content is way too hard in this game, personally. I'd like to
compare against the Trials.
I would say it's as hard as doing like hard mode and like VSS, hard mode DLC trials. It's as hard as that, and those are really hard too. Like getting your purple skin and doing a VCR +3. That's a tough thing to do. Getting 12 people to do that. This is like hard like that, but 4 people. If I had to compare it to something, I would say it's a little bit harder than Veteran Black Rose Prison. And that's really fucking hard, man, that place. Like, that's like almost the hardest format in this game.
Yeah, no, I have trouble with Veteran Dragonstar Arena.
Oh, I'll trash that place with you. If you need something from there, I'll murder that place. I've done that place like at least 1,000 times. I know where everybody comes out, all the enemies spawn, and you have to kill them, prevent mechanics. I know how to run and get the torch without it being a problem and all that stuff. I love Dragonstar Arena. I always love it when somebody has to get something from there. Take the opportunity to go visit the homeland.
I keep reviewing it. I don't know that Dragonstar is something... Well, no, I think that people use certain pieces for PvP.
Well, I have a really crazy setup that uses this, and this is from Dragonstar. But what this is capable of, because there's no limit on how strong it gets, it's a per enemy thing. And then you mix it with something like Plague Break, and it's just absolutely insane to watch all these enemies explode. It's ridiculous. Do you guys need another dungeon of any kind?
Nah, I'm just pissed my bedtime.
Not so much.
Right, anytime you need anything, just feel free to ask, just like you did.
Alright, well, let's go do a random battleground. Everybody hop on their PvP tunes.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall out, fellas. I'm gonna
Sure.
go ahead and cut out. I'll check up with
I
everybody.
like battlegrounds, I'm just not good at them.
Alright, see you around, man. Have a good night. Good night. Alright, I'm actually officially switched to PvP.
Okay, yep, I'll hop over on my PvP heal bot too.
This one does the PvP too. I love the
I'm a deal.
armor
Let
resets.
you guys enjoy the agony.
Sure, no problem. Have a wonderful night.
Alright, man, I'll be right back.
Sure, me too. I'll use the restroom. Be back. Hello. Hey, the chat forever is bugged in
Yeah, so we
You
should
want-
probably do PSN.
PSN? Yeah,
So
use
we're
my
not talking to 20 other people or whatever.
You know what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm going into Worst Nightmare voice chat. Yeah, that's better. It's like air conditioning for your voice. Cute. Yes. Possibly. I don't want to jinx it. No matter how good I am in PvP, sometimes it just doesn't look like it. I know. I love all the games. Yeah. Especially like Chaos Ball. Fucking love that one. That's fun. Grab the ball and run around. I like it because you're not always doing the same shit. The deathmatch is great, but oh, capture the relic. Okay. Yeah, this one could be a little tricky because everybody's got to run for someone else's relic. Okay. Are you? All right. So they're not even looking behind them. Somebody's still up here? Oh, the green showed up to do the same thing and see what happened. So green's about to get theirs taken right now. Yeah. I didn't expect him to get there that quick. To be completely honest, all three of us win if nobody gets score. 12 minutes, all three win first place. How cool is that? It does. No, everyone wins. Every single time that I've encountered any players just now, every single time, it's been me versus 4. Or me versus 3. Yeah, it's not, I usually don't run it this way when I'm with people from the guild. We usually stick together. But not you, because you're guarding the base, but like the other people here, I haven't been able to actually play with them. We got it back. Oh, we got captured. Fuck that. Oh, I don't care about nothing like that. Oh, I get it. Okay. What a difference, right? When I'm not getting jumped by 4 people. Funny. Yeah. That was great. Heal gummer. Everything heal stuff. Oh, maybe I got the error.
The Khajiit.
One and done. That's the second place that you needed. BG specifically? No. I'm asking you what you want to do. Whatever it is that you want to do. Oh. Yeah, I'll do one more. And whenever you decide to come out of loading screen. I just got a notification saying that
He should have been back
try
with
to
my
get into
herbs
the
by
queue
now.
at Sony's
Oh,
website.
pardon me.
Yeah, give it a shot. What'll happen is you'll sit on their website and they'll tell you if you're in the queue, and then they'll tell you what number you are, and then you can actually buy it directly from Sony for the regular price it's supposed to be, $400 or $500. Yes. I mean, I would do that shit like right now. I read this article this morning. Just on your phone while you're waiting for the queue, head over to this. Trying to buy the product directly from Sony.
Don't think I'll ever be done.
All right. Look, register for an opportunity to purchase a PS5 console from PlayStation.
The wood elf known as Finnendry
And
has
if
been
you
found
get
guilty
selected,
of
they'll
the
they'll
following
send you the
crimes.
information to your email on how you go about getting one. But this is something that you should do. Try to get yourself
Stealing
one. It's
rotten
definitely
tomatoes and other refuse
one
from
of the-
stable master Semiral's midden heap. Dumping said refuse on the head of the Altmer commander Faruin during his visit to the Grandmother.
I don't know. You might want to redo it. I don't think that they carry over like
The
that.
merchant while attempting to avoid capture. For all of
You would have
these
already
crimes,
gotten a message
this one
that long ago. If
sentences
it
him to
carried
the
that far, it
stocks
probably doesn't
until
carry
such
that
time
far.
as he shows proper repentance.
A limited amount of PS5 consoles available to customers direct from PlayStation. If selected, will contact you. So yeah, I would just do that. You know what I mean? That's the way to go for sure. Oh, it automatically sign me in. I'm gonna hit register. Thank you for registering. I can't wait for PlayStation 5 Pro. That's gonna be the shit. 2024. But save money for a year before that, because you're gonna probably be able to pre-order a half a year to a year before it's released. And I didn't pre-order the PS5, and I know people, friends of mine, who pre-ordered it, and they literally got it the fucking day it came out. And I was like, why the fuck did I not do that? But I was like, well, I'll just buy one when it comes out. I'm not gonna give them my money and I don't have the product, you know? But the pre-order is the way to go, because the stores will get shipped things that they are not allowed to sell to other customers. It's your pre-order that they get, like Best Buy or GameStop or some shit. Oh, ready, check. Wherever you pre-order it from. I like this one. This one's fun. We usually, how we do this one is we stay together and we just keep going from one flag to another. We don't babysit flags. Except in the beginning when there's less of them. But when it gets crazy, we just keep going. Oh, nice.
Mayoral Dagger.
It's always in the center first.
They've captured the point.
Took out a couple there. Kill a motherfucker even after I die with this build. Oh, sorry. They stunned me out of doing my ultimate. You know what's really cool is how everybody's getting their fucking ass whooped. Right? Look, I'm even taking the third one right now.
Magnificent! We've seized the point!
Chasing away from the flag. They left. Instead of wasting time here. Oh, here comes the werewolf. Fight's a good fight once again. Fucking werewolf. No, he thought he was gonna be able to take my heavy attack. Like, if he just... Yeah, I did. If he just stood there, so he got all cocky with me and he let me hit him with a heavy attack and he just fucking used it. Right? I'm using, Q and Sunder mixed with Plague Break, right? And mixed with Nunnatuk. And a Vadisharan Perfected Greatsword, I believe. Vadisharan Perfected. You get stacks, and when each stack makes you like get more weapon spell damage, but if the stacks reach 5 or higher, an explosion happens on a medium or heavy attack that does AoE damage, on top of the fact that if anybody dies from the beetles, that, or your bird, Plague Break will explode and cause like a chain reaction of explosions. Very, very cool setup. I copied it off the internet. I decided I just wanted to see if I could make a build, like looking for a 1vx. It's designed to fight a lot of people, but it does really good 1v1 too. It does. Turn one, the one that's to the east, northeast. Do I like it?
The point.
What time zone are you in? Yeah. Right, okay. 218. Yeah. Yeah, this is good though. You should do it again. You should try with playing with me and some of the other people from the guild too. We have a lot of fun. Not a lot of people in the guild though actually have setups and builds for this, so they don't really have too much fun PvPing. But once you get a real setup, it's a little bit different. You feel like the scales are a little bit more balanced, you know. Plus, you know, now that I have the Oaken Soul ring, I got it today. Maybe there's some sort of Oaken Soul PvP character I can create, you know, one of my DPS into or something. I feel like a I like VGs a lot. It's my favorite. I hate waiting in between fighting. I like to get right back to it right away. Yeah, that's not it's not the same kind of game though. That's a MOBA, isn't it? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yes, I have. Yeah, those games are really popular. There's a little bit more strategy to those games. Like what you do, what you cast. You can't. In this game, you just spam shit. In those games, you gotta like be careful. MOBAs are like that. It's more about thinking ahead. It's more like chess mixed with fighting, in a way. Yeah, this is at least with this. Yeah.
No charge to have a look.
Yeah, there's so much stuff to do in this game too. It's way bigger. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but it was all like repeat. Like, yeah, there's a lot of space, but there's a lot of repeat. In this game, it's like there's so many. Every single zone in this game has so many fucking goddamn symbols on it, things for you to go to. I don't know any other game that's like that other than like Far Cry. With that many places to visit, like any direction you go, you're gonna run into something in this game. World of Warcraft had like huge pockets of nothing, and then like enemies, and then like nothing. This one's more dense than World of Warcraft, but the biggest thing is that all the NPCs speak to you by voice, and you don't have to read and pretend they're talking to you. And that spoiled the shit out of me, because now I won't play any game where they expect you. Like, I go to play Black Desert Online, the guy's like, and there's like 3 paragraphs to read. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to imagine what sounds like? Saying all these words? The bank... You mean the banker Crow? In this game? Oh, I haven't had a lot of experience with him, because I don't have that one. I got the cat banker, Zabi, and I have the woman saleswoman, Nezame. I don't want to like rebuy it just to get a different banker. It seems like a waste of 5,000 crowns. You can put the crow in your house, right? And he talks to you? Yeah, that's cool. Are they? I gotta look into it. Oh, I think I know I think I know what you're talking about. The crows that talk in this game. They sound kind of like that sorcerer woman from the movie Willow, the one that got turned into a goat, and like Willow had to keep trying to transform her back, and he kept transforming into different things. Like the crow, when she turned into a crow, that's kind of like what these crows sound like, and it's mad corny. But these crows though, there's like a whole background story to them. In one of the zones, you learn about them and how they're not normal crows, and they're like intelligent, magical crows, and they have like their own society and their own everything, like their own hierarchy and all this stuff. Yeah, this is definitely more like WoW than that, yeah. All the Khajiit sound like Antonio Banderas, right? Oh yeah, that's elsewhere, northern elsewhere and southern elsewhere, they explain it. There is different types of Khajiit. There's Khajiit that are small, like regular cat size, but they talk, such as my banker, for example, Zavi. There's big husky ones that are like on all fours, but the front arms are like bigger than their back legs. They're like Uber. And And then there's other ones too. There's like skinny, tall ones that are taller than normal Khajiit, and then there are like tall ones on two legs that are buff. And here's the reason why they're all different. They're all born in a different moon cycle. And the type of Khajiit that gets born has to do with whatever is going on with like the moons or whatever, something like that. And they explain the whole thing in Northern Elsewhere when you go there and do the quest there and stuff. Yeah.
Stealing rotten tomatoes and other refuse from stable master Semiral's midden heap.
Well, no, I'm not sure I've ever actually seen that.
Said refuse on the head of the
Most of the time you see the little ones and the big ones together. They're not really rotting them. So it might just be us as players that do that. But there are...
For all of these crimes, this one sentences him to the stocks until such time as he shows proper repentance.
Yeah, it does seem kind of weird, but there's these two in particular, these two characters. One of them is called Zaji, and the other one is Casca. Casca is one of those big, like, cock diesel ones, and she's got like this deep voice, and she's like, "Oh, Zaji, what are you up to now?" And she talks like that, right? And then Zaji is like the fucking Jack Sparrow of the Khajiit, and he just sounds hilarious. He's like, "Zaji, I found you!" It's that kind of voice, right? And the two of them are like a comedical pair in this game, and you see them in Elsewhere, Northern and Southern, and then they're actually in the new dungeon in, what the hell's it called? The Shipwright's Regret? That's Zaji and Casca. Yeah, that's them from Northern and Southern Elsewhere, but it's cool because they do really, really funny shit with each other, and they always make you laugh if you pay attention to what's going on with them. But I feel like he could be riding her, and it would make sense because of the relationship the two of them have. And he's so fucking skinny and small compared to a normal Khajiit. He wouldn't be too heavy, but she would probably be like, "You're going too slow, hop on my back," you know, and he'd be like, "Go slower," whatever the fuck, you know. I could just picture that happening. But no, you don't see a lot of Khajiit riding Khajiit in Northern and Southern Elsewhere at all. You really don't. No, I think they're different. The Argonians come from a tree, actually. It's really weird. It's like the female Argonians take their eggs and they bring them to this tree, and then they put them under this tree, and then the male Argonians go and impregnate the eggs at the tree, but somehow the tree itself is also responsible as a catalyst for Argonians being able to be created. If something were to happen to that hissed tree, I don't think they would be able to create any more Argonians. They come from the tree somehow. So it's a really weird lore behind the Argonians. It's very strange. This one's in Murkmire. You can figure out, you can find out all about them if you do all the quests in Murkmire. Not Murkmire, Shadowfen. All the quests in Shadowfen, you'll get to a point where you actually go to the Hiss tree, and you have to go under it and help them out with eggs and a problem with the eggs and stuff, and they explain to you how everything works, even though it's still fucking confusing and they're trying to explain it to you. There's some sort of magic involved, but the tree itself is what created them. So without the Hiss, they wouldn't be Argonians. I guess they would just be like regular lizards or something, you know? Oh, they predict the lore in this game is huge, like really, really long, because they had games back in 1996, and that had all the lore And then just every game they added like thousands of fucking, they're not whole books, but thousands of books that have several pages each. In like every game there was new books. So this game has so much shit to read. If you like read every bookshelf you come across and read everything in the game, you'd have to read thousands of those things to actually get all of them. And have read every one of them. I don't even know how many there are in total. But that's just what's in Elder Scrolls Online. There's still some online stuff. Like if you really wanted to go into the lore of this game, man, this game is like a 12-part Stephen King novel worth of information. Man. It's like ridiculously long. Flying mounts? Oh, markers and trials. Yeah. They have that on the PC version of the game because of the mods, but they don't have it on the PlayStation. Yeah. It's a little more difficult than regular MMOs, in my opinion. A lot of people say, oh well, some of it's more like Lord of the Rings Online has more complex boss fights and stuff, but when you try to do the trifectas in this game, like Godslayer and shit like that, I think that exceeds how hard World of Warcraft is. Even their new, harder trial mode, like their new, harder raid stuff, is not as bad as going to get Godslayer. That's just ridiculously insane. Like, I don't even understand. Like, you can't make any mistakes at all, and you can't, like, have an itch on your head. You fucking get yourself killed. Just scratching your itch, you know what I mean? Really tough stuff.
Don't think I'll ever be done.
Yeah. PS5 helps, but there's still trouble here and there. You have a extraordinary evening. Good job in there. You gotta build similar to my friends where you just like don't die. Let everybody try to beat shit out of you. My friend has a really good build like that. Nobody could ever kill him. He's a vampire Templar. Yeah, he's a healer, yeah. But he's like a unkillable vampire Templar healer. He can't really do any damage, but he just doesn't die. And then even if everyone else is dead and dies, they just go like chase him and they can't fucking get him. This form and all that shit just totally bypasses everything they're trying to do to stop him, you know. Oh, he's... Yeah. They did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. The Battlegrounds got a lot faster. There was a little bit of a weird time where people were having like really long queues, and it took them about like 4... Yeah. Most of the time, that's because there's not enough people, though. If it takes a long time, not because there's too many, though. You know, it could be an error too. Sometimes you're in a faulty queue. It's just like a dud firecracker, you know, and then you have to leave the queue and go back in to reset it. Otherwise, you're like stuck in a broken queue. That's actually happened in a dungeon several times for me. It could theoretically happen in Battleground queue, I'm sure. Me, not that long. For a DPS character, it could be like 1 to 5 minutes for me. Usually no more than 5 minutes. If 5 minutes, like 2, 3, 4 minutes. But that's queuing up as a DPS. If I queue up as a DPS and I have one other person with me, like another DPS or a healer, or even a tank, there could be a really long queue if there's not enough
The
people
wood
on.
elf known as Finindren has
It's
been
much
found
faster if
guilty
you
of
queue
the
by yourself.
following crimes.
Battlegrounds 2 is significantly faster if you queue by yourself. Which is not cool. We usually just queue with 4 people to a dungeon.
Stealing rotten tomatoes and other refuse from stable master Semiraz Midden Heath. Dumping said refuse on the head of the Altmer commander Faruin during his visit to the Clanmother. And finally, knocking over the cart of a Trieste the merchant while attempting to avoid capture.
Yeah, how is that like still going on?
For all of these crimes, this one sentences him to the stocks until such time as he shows proper repentance.
You know, that's been going on for a strangely long period of time. That's not cool. I agree. You have a wonderful evening. We'll see you on the morrow. Yes, you got it. See you soon.